So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I would track my food if I planned on eating out that day, okay? Now, this is not to say that you ate out for every single last one of your meals. No. This is things that maybe didn't go as planned. This is maybe you had a planned dinner that you plan on going to. However, I'm going to show you guys how I would track my food if I was eating out. And remember, I told you, if you can't track for it, you don't need to be eating it, all right? But I do want you to get as specific as possible, because the more specific that you are, the more accurate that your tracking will be. We don't want you to get at the end of these 90 days. We don't want you to get at the end of this week, at the end of this month, or whatever the case, and be looking back at your results and be disappointed in what they were because you didn't properly track that quesadilla. Okay? So let's get into it. So first things first, I'm gonna copy and paste my breakfast and my lunch, okay? Because I'm only eating out for my dinner. So I'm gonna copy my breakfast and my lunch, same meals to tomorrow. Cool. Now I'm on tomorrow, and it looks like I have 456 calories left. Sometimes when I'm eating out, I will have a lighter breakfast if I know that I was going to be eating out. So for breakfast, I might do a shake with no oatmeal in it. I will just do a lighter calorie breakfast to make sure that I have a little bit of extra calories for when I go to dinner. All right, which is why you got to plan ahead. So breakfast, lunch, I got 456 calories left. When I go to dinner, I'm probably going to do the fajitas, because the fajitas I can build the fajita myself. It's not a taco filled with things that I don't know. It's not a quesadilla filled with cheese that I don't know how much you use. All right, we're not doing too much cheese. We're not going crazy on the cheese during this regimen. So I'm probably going to do some chicken fajitas. The good thing about chicken is that it's lower in the fat content. So higher protein, lower fat, it's not that crazy on your calories. So chicken is really, really good. So let's say I had a full serving of chicken, 3 ounces at least. Where does that put me at? I still got 13 grams of protein left. So I probably need more chicken than that. I probably need about 4 or 5 ounces. So we're going to put 1 2/3. That's 5 ounces of chicken. That puts me about 4 grams over on my goal, right? So we're going to come back here, and maybe instead of 2/3, what happens if I do 1/2? All right, that puts me at right about where I need to be for my protein goal. Cool. So hit the protein. Now we got carbs and some fats left over. So this is it's a fajita, so I'm probably gonna have some tortillas. All right. It's probably gonna be the fajita tortillas, the small ones. So let's see if I can find that. Fajita. Let's see. These are the mission ones, but I feel like we can go with these. We're gonna do 2 flour tortillas and see what that does for my carbs. All right. Okay. You see, we still got a little bit of carbs, but we're done with our fats. That means no guacamole. All right. So I'm probably gonna have some peppers and onions on my taco. So we're gonna put some peppers and onions. Okay. Let's see. Which one is more appropriate on here? Some of these things you are going to have to guesstimate a little bit. So I'm probably not having a whole cup of no peppers and onions. All right. That's ridiculous. That's a lot. Let's see what this Kroger brand is. That don't look bad. But because that 0.75 cup is not doing it for me, I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to go to half. Okay, probably had half a cup in peppers and onions. Now, where are we at? All right, we're 6 grams over in our protein. We still got a little bit of room left for carbs. I don't know if that means that we can have rice or not. Let's see, Mexican rice. The Mexican rice, it has fats, protein, and carbs. So we don't really have no more room for fat. So we're not going to be able to do this Mexican rice. We're not doing that. Right? And we only got 19 calories left. Let's see. Maybe you can do actually, nah, you can't do that. Cuz what do we have? We only have 24 grams of carbs left. Nah. What else do people be putting on their tacos? I be putting the taco, it be the meat, it be the peppers and the onions. Sometimes rice and beans. But beans also have protein. So let's look up some refried beans. Use refried beans. They got protein, fat, and carbs in half a cup. All right. So let's see what happens if we add half a cup of these refried beans. We're 81 calories over, 12 grams over on our protein, 1 gram over on our fat, 6 grams over on our carbs. So it's not too crazy. However, we probably can go a little less on our protein. So that means I'm going to come back over here to this chicken. I'm going to readjust it. We're going to put 1 1/3. Where does that put us? No, we're still over. We're going to just do 1 full serving of chicken. All right. Okay. All right. We did it. We did it. We did it. Woo. All right. So now we're at 1456 calories. So we're 6 calories over on our goal a little bit, but we're pretty much in line. This is a great day. We got to eat our breakfast, our lunch. We got to eat out with the friends. We got to have 2 tacos. We're good to go. So, and for our macros here, we basically hit our protein goal. We're just a little bit shy on our carbs and just a little bit shy on our fats, right? But overall, this is a very good day of tracking your meals. So this is how I would do it if I was tracking my meals and I was eating out. Again, if I was planning ahead and I knew that I was going to be eating out that night, I would probably have a lower calorie breakfast, a lower calorie lunch, and just make sure I had a little bit of room to play with when it came to dinner time. Okay. And especially like during this 90-day program, we are not trying to be drinking a bunch of alcohol. However, for the holidays, you might end up drinking. I would prefer that you make your own drink. Okay. I want you to do a shot. I want you to do water, and I want you to do Crystal Lights. And that is how you drink your alcohol. So anytime that you're going out, you pack your Crystal Lights in your purse, and that's how you drink your alcohol. But again, that is on very rare occasions. That is not going to be your every week behavior on this program, okay? Because the alcohol is going to jack up your body and jack up its progress and jack up what it's trying to do. That pretty much wraps up the video on what I would do if I was tracking my food that was not the food that I cooked myself. All right, you want to be as specific as possible. You want to break it down by item of the things that you're going to be eating. If you are having a burger, break it down per that patty, per the lettuce, per the tomato, per the bun, per the condiments. Okay, I don't want you going in there trying to track cheeseburger. Okay, it's not going to be as accurate as you need it to be. Whereas if you were tracking properly, all right. And also, as a kind of a good rule of thumb, if you feel like you can't find something that matches exactly what you're looking for, I would go higher than under. All right. Don't be trying to find the thing that has the least amount of calories, the least amount of fat, the least amount of carbs and protein, and think that that's going to help you. Don't be trying to cheat yourself. Okay. Don't be trying to cheat yourself and pick something that doesn't really line up with really what you're going to be eating. Okay. So the more honest you are, the more accurate results that you'll get, the more you'll be able to understand the things that are going into your body, and you'll also be able to understand and react to how your body responds. Okay, your body's going to start talking back to you. It's going to let you know, hey, I feel good when I eat this. Hey, I'm a little tight when I eat this. I'm a little constipated. I'm a little bloated. I'm a little sluggish when I eat this. But you are going to be able to have a really good idea about, okay, this day I ate these things and I feel like this, right? I'm going to eat more of this, or I'm going to eat less of this. Right? I definitely want you guys to keep in mind, if you cannot track for it, you probably don't need to be eating it right now. Okay. Your goal right now is to lose weight. So if you cannot track for it, if it's too complicated of a recipe, if you don't know all the ingredients, then it's not your business. Okay. You don't need to be eating it right now. Save it for after this program. So tracking is going to be super, super beneficial. It is not some huge tedious thing that's going to just take over your life. All right. It is going to take a little bit of effort. It is going to take a little time. It is going to take a little planning, but your body will thank you, and you cannot track what you do not measure. All right. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you guys on the next one.